It's been a minute, chat. And Tenchi, who I'm gonna torture now. Hi, Tenchi.
Hi, I'm a Tenchi.
You are a Tenchi. Guess what?
But
We're gonna talk about the spooks today. And by that, I mean spooky stories and stuff from that vein of thinking. Not the other kind. And I don't know English. Alright, I can't remember for the life of me what the fuck we were doing last time.
yeah, the good old age of Skyrim.
Yeah, where it's just always like, what was I doing? I don't fucking know. It's just where we be. So, some quick announcements for people who aren't here. We have finished our 4th draft of our spooky story thingy. And oh fuck me, why do I foos? Oh, I heard the chicken.
Oh no.
I foosed the chicken. Nobody saw it. Nobody saw it. It didn't happen.
That's like the
It
first
didn't
time
happen.
in
It didn't
Skyrim
happen.
history that nobody gets mad over a chicken.
It's not dead. It's fine. I just remember the time Wolfie said this gay-looking fucker. Hey, Claus. That was in Lisa the Painful. That guard looks unhappy with me, though. Oh, there are a couple guards,
Alien.
like, walking toward me, but I think it's fine. What was I even doing here? They're not following me, right? I'd be like... It would tell me if I was under arrest, right?
Oh yeah, the dude would come up to you and he would like literally scour the edges of the earth to arrest you. If you were painted with a belt.
I don't think I... What? I'm sorry. Is this deer just randomly dead? It is. Cool. It just... Alright.
Game probably saved when you killed the last one. It's like, remember your sins, Wolf.
Shit. It remembers. Also, I just realized my bot isn't online.
I remember one time I ran into a bug where every time I fast traveled, it would drop a dragon skeleton on me
Wow.
and would really seriously hurt me. So it's kind of like, remember that nice dragon that you killed? Well, here's its bones that will forever torment you. Good luck with that.
Well, maybe don't be a dick to dragons.
It was being a dick to me first, alright?
I mean,
The lore of this game is that when they shout, they produce magical effects. So he was shouting at me, and that's rude. So he started it.
Really?
Yeah. That's actually
So, he was actually just saying, fuck your mother.
pretty much.
And that was it. Hold on. My Twitch bot decided it didn't want to work. So I have to fix that. What's my password? Don't say it out loud. Because that would suck. That's
Water is life 525.
Shut up. Oh, don't tell me I need the token. Oh, why? 2-factor authentication. That's such a dastard.
A dastardly bastard.
Oh, yeah? Did I just blend those two words? Okay. Do. Sorry, stream. But this is just a friendly reminder. I don't remember my backup password. I really should, though. make haste so that this fucking shit doesn't go to waste. Did it work? Okay, good. Stop that shit. Alright, connect. There we go. Holy crap. Hey, the bot's finally gone live, and however long it hasn't been live. So, hello, chat. And Tenchi, who's been playing with me for the past however long anyway. Today...
So let out the secrets.
So, I have quests. I have to talk to Faustrid? Why am I even in this village? There are no fish for me to catch. This place is... Whoa! They're flies! Give me the flies! I want them! Ah, god damn it, they're not anywhere anymore. This is the worst timeline. Okay, yeah, so they would arrest me by now if I actually got in trouble.
That they would immediately come towards you. It's kind of obnoxious.
Because I saw a bunch of things walking toward me earlier, but it doesn't appear that they, like, were actually meant anything by it. Texas weather is the definition of bipolar. Oh my shit, that's a bear. That's a bear. Oh no. On guard, motherfucker. Oh, I'm gonna lose this fight. Okay. Potions. Oh god, I need to remember my shit. Okay.
Oh no, you contracted a disease as well.
I've contracted a disease?
Yep.
It's a good thing we have a potion of cure-all disease. Should I eat that now?
Yes.
Okay, I should probably do the Draught of Health as well. That did fuck all.
That just increases your health points. It doesn't actually increase your... By the way, he's dead. Like, if you want to just, like, smack him one, like, your health will just naturally regenerate.
Okay, I foosed him. It didn't really do very much.
Yeah, no, Foos is just to gain distance. It only really works on the higher level. Just give him a good stab.
Oh my god, please die. Okay, thanks, bye.
Hey.
You were scary, and I actually didn't mean to mess with you, and I'm very sorry. So, Tenchi.
Duh.
You said, before the stream, that you would be willing to teach the Wolfie about the spooky stuff.
About the spooky stuff? What spooky stuff are we interested in?
So, you mentioned Ouija boards off stream.
I did mention Ouija boards. This is true.
The brave wolf killed the bear. Yes, it did. So, what do you know about those? And what are they supposed
I know too much about those fucking boards. So let's get into it. I think it'll be pretty good.
Get right into it.
I can't remember when. But it was in the 1890s. The board was actually advertised in a newspaper.
Uh-oh, they're mad at me because I have my weapon drawn. What's up, Tenchi?
The board actually appeared in a newspaper in the 1890s, and it was denoted as a magical device that could reveal answers from the past, present, and future, and with, like, you know, all the buzzwords like marvelous accuracy and like a link between the material and the immaterial. Like, it was a big dick article from a I believe it was a toy and novelty shop, actually. It was funnily enough, to get the patent for it, which was £1.50 at the time, which was big dick money for that kind of thing, for a toy, essentially. They had to prove that it worked.
Wait, so this thing was just a toy? Like a children's toy?
Yeah, believe it or not, it's actually, I believe it's Hasbro that's got the patent for it now. Hasbro, maybe. Yeah, I think it's Hasbro. Um,
The same people that
it
make like
from a,
Risk boards?
yeah,
Huh. So they had to prove that it worked?
yeah, they had to prove to the patent office at the time that the actual board um, worked to get the patent. Because otherwise, it's just a useless invention and it's a scammer or something, and they won't give you a patent. So at the time,
Oh
for
no.
£1.50,
Oh no.
they had to
Oh no.
they had to prove that it worked at the office
Oh, this isn't actually a big deal. Uh-huh.
to get the patent.
I'm listening. I just tried to get a fish and it didn't work out for me.
And it was very funny actually because originally it was just a toy. It was just a toy that was considered a parlor game because there was a massive spiritualism-y movement around that time where people were consulting mediums and spiritualists from all
I
along
can't
time.
actually catch this fish.
And they decided to, in essence, capitalize on it because it was just a short time before that
Dark Mother, let me
they
catch this fish!
it was just a short time before that they
Please, please, please,
they
please.
noticed some people, some pagans actually, playing with similar boards. Not what we'd think of as a modern Ouija board. But they were playing with boards similar, divining boards, as it were. So essentially, they took the idea and they patented it later on.
So they took pagan witch boards, made them mainstream witch boards, and got rich off of it?
Yeah, absolutely rich off of it, actually, believe it or not. Because
Who doesn't want a spirit board?
an American spiritualist, Pearl something or another,
Of course.
actually
her name was
popularized
spoken
its use.
before.
I'm not actually sure if it's a man or a woman. I can't remember.
Pearl? Probably a woman.
Probably a woman. They popularized its use
So badly.
as a divining tool, believe it or not, in World War One.
Why were they... Oh, you're gonna tell me.
Well, the thing at the time was, they wanted an easier way to contact spirits. Like a load of people were, they would seek out these spiritualists and these mediums, but obviously they had to pay them. Like every time that they came around, they had to pay them because it was a job, it was a profession at the time, like a really, really lucrative one as well. And they had all sorts of ectoplasm like pictures and all kinds of like hoaxes and things to rope people in. But this board was amazing because you could just buy a board and then contact with the spirits whenever you want, you know?
Buy your interdimensional phone today.
Essentially, which was really funny. But yeah, in World War II, it actually became Pearl. I would have to look up to find the name. She actually, or he, I can't remember which, used it as a divining tool in World War One, and actually
You so
made it
badly.
quite popular.
Oh my god, I did it! Ah!
Capture the Wolfie.
Sorry, I need to see this now. Oh wait, I got 2 of it? Wait, hold on. No, you can keep talking.
But before this, way before this, the actual first it's called automatic writing method, which is a very specific spiritual term for something that gives you an answer out of something. Basically, it's an automatic writing method, and people would blindfold themselves and just scroll along the paper, and then they would be like, "Oh, that looks like a house," or "Oh, that looks like my name," or XYZ. And the actual original one was in China, and it was around 1100 AD, I believe.
Oh,
And
you're
that was
talking about the first divining board.
Yes, that was planchette writing. Now the planchette, if you ever have seen a Ouija board, you'll know that they have a little triangle that you rest your fingers on. To
Oh yeah,
then,
the little like thingy.
yeah, that's called a planchette. And see, now that was
Oh no.
way back. That was the original form of it. That was planchette writing. But instead of a board, they would have like a pen in it, and the pen would obviously do its thing and write out whatever it needed to.
Oh, that was way more sophisticated then.
Yeah, rather. Um,
Well, I mean, for something like Chinese, you don't want to have like a billion characters on a board.
and this continued for quite a while actually. And I can't remember. There was some people that like made it into like a big like super special rituals, and there was like supervisions and it was like a really massive thing
Probably the
in China.
Taoists.
And I genuinely don't know. I'm just doing this from memory. And then it was forbidden.
Yeah, probably because of the Taoists being Taoists.
Several entire scriptures of the Tao Zhang are actually supposedly planchette writings.
I believe that a good portion of the Tao Te Ching is planchette.
Believe it or not, this is what
No,
they say.
I believe that. Like it's written in such a weird friggin' way that I would believe that it's
And
planchette.
obviously, because of this weird spiritualism, everybody kind of wanted to know what the deal is. So, it filtered into like ancient Greece, India. The people that they were having trade with, they would just be like, "Oh, this is like, why are you doing all the rituals about this crap?" And then they'd be like, "Oh, this." And they'd be like, "Oh, we'll make a form of it." So you can see
my
the
God,
early.
I'm a murderer.
You can see sort of like where it branches out, and the early sort of automatic planchette writing sort of like filters into the substrate, as it were, around the world.
That's actually really cool. So like a lot of
And
these concepts came from other places and then they got modified as they went.
Absolutely, as I said, the original, like the original form, as it were, was in China. The automatic planchette writing,
Yeah,
but
it got modified.
the actual. But it got like, and then when it went around the world, they obviously had their own forms of it, and then everything, and then it really takes on, because as I said, there was a massive spiritualist movement, a massive one, just before World War One, in the and all the Victorian era and all of that.
Oh
They
right,
just
because they were
wanted.
into all this weird shit.
Oh, absolutely, they couldn't get enough of it, and everybody wanted to be
The medium.
the person who could have people around and tell them what the spirits said. It was a massive, and you
It
had
was like a
so
fashionable thing.
It was in fashion. It was absolutely in fashion. To be spiritual, to have all these spiritualists, to communicate with spirits, and after it really took grip, the Catholic and especially all the churches at the time were kind of like, we condemn this. They really had an issue with it. They were really against it. They had all these things about it was selling your soul to Satan, and how you would only contact evil spirits, and how these things were like really evil, and you shouldn't do them.
You can always count on the fucking church to be a killjoy. But do you want to read this thingy?
Oh yeah, we can read this thing. You want me to do it?
Because it's got like two people. Because they're sit quietly, child, but what is it, grandfather? So I was thinking I'd be the kid.
Sit quietly, child, and listen, for the story I tell you is a story of a...
But what is it, grandfather? Is it a story of heroes and beasts?
Do you want me to be the narrator? Or do you
Oh,
want me
I
to
guess I
narrate?
could be. The grandfather looked patiently at the child. He was growing into a fine boy, apparently, even though his balls had not descended an inch. Soon he would see the value in the stories, the lesson that were taught to each generation.
Just listen, child. Let the story take root in your heart.
Now you can read.
In a time before now, long before now, when the Skal were new, there were peace in the land. The sun was hot, and the crops grew long, and the people were happy in the peace that the All-Maker provided. But the Skal grew complacent and lazy, and they took for granted the
Lands and all the gifts the All-Maker had to give them. They forgot, or choose not to remember, that the adversary is always watching, and that he delights in tormenting the All-Maker and his chosen people. And so it was that the adversary came to be among the Skal.
The adversary has many aspects. I have no idea what that.
That's he.
He appears in the Unholy Beasts and the Incurable Plague. At the end of seasons, we will know him as the World Devourer, but in these ages he came to be known as the Greed.
Oh, I read that as Warthog the first time. Warthog.
When I was a young warthog.
When I was a young warthog. The Greedy Man is what we call him. For to speak his name would certainly bring ruin upon the people. Lived among the Skal for many months. Perhaps he was once just a man, but when the adversary entered into him, he became the Greedy Man, and that is how he is remembered.
It came to be one day that the powers of the Skal left them, the strength of the arms of the warriors, and the shaman could no longer summon the beasts to their side. The elders thought that surely the All-Maker was displeased, and some suggested that the All-Maker had left them forever. It was then that the Greedy Man appeared to them and
You of the Skal have grown fat and lazy. I have stolen the gifts of your All-Maker. I have stolen the oceans so that you'll forever know thirst. Even though the oceans wouldn't really help you in that department. I have stolen the land and the trees and the sun so your crops will wither and die. I have stolen the beasts so you'll go hungry. And I have stolen the winds so you will live without the spirit of the All-Maker. And until one of you can reclaim these gifts, the Skal will live in misery and despair. For I am the Greedy Man, and that is my nature.
and the Greedy Man disappeared. The members of the school spoke for many days and nights. They knew that one of them must retrieve the gifts of the All-Maker, but they could not decide who it should be. I cannot go, said the elder, for I must stay to lead the skull and tell our people what is.
I cannot go, said the warrior, for I must protect the skull. My sword will be needed in case the Greedy Man reappears. I cannot go, said the shaman, for the people need my wisdom. I must read.
Damn wiggy shamans.
Yeah, really. I must read the portents and offer my knowledge.
It was then that a young man called Advar lifted his voice. He was strong of arm and fleet of foot, though he was not yet a warrior of the Skull. I will go, said Advar, and the Skull laughed. Hear me out, said the boy continued. I am not yet a warrior, so my sword is not needed. I cannot read the portents, 'cause I'm dumb as fuck. So the people will not seek my counsel, and I am young, and not yet wise in the ways of the law, because I'm a little shiter. I will retrieve the gifts to the All-Maker from the Greedy Man. I cannot and will not be missed.
The Skull thought on this briefly and decided to let Avar go, as he was an expendable little shit anyway. He left the village the next
Sounds about
morning to retrieve the gifts. Avar first set out to retrieve the gift of water, so he traveled to the Waterstone. It was there the Allmaker first spoke to him. Allmaker.
Travel west to the sea and follow the swimmer to the waters of life.
Thanks,
So Advar walked to the edge of the ocean. And there was the swimmer, a black hawker sent from the Allmaker. The swimmer dove into the waters and swam very far and far again. Advar was strong, though, and had swam hard. He followed the swimmer to the cave, swimming deeper and deeper, his lungs burning and his limbs exhausted. At last he found a pocket of air, and there, in the dark, he found...
the waters of life. Gathering his strength, he took the waters and swam back to the shore. Upon returning the Waterstone, the Allmaker spoke. Take it away, Allmaker. Allmaker.
You have returned to the gift of water through the skull. The oceans again will bear fruit, and their thirst will be quenched.
Evar then traveled to the Earthstone, and the Allmaker spoke to him again.
Enter the cave of the hidden music, and hear the song of the
Of the what?
earth.
Oh. So Evar traveled north and east to the Cave of the Hidden Music. He found himself in a large cavern where the rocks hung from the ceiling and grew from the ground itself. He listened there and heard the song of the earth, but it was faint. Grabbing his mace, he struck the rocks on the floor in time with the song, and the song grew louder, until it filled the cavern and his heart. Then he returned to the Earthstone. Allmaker.
The gift of the... You have to give me a second. The gift of the earth is the skull again, said the Allmaker. The lands are rich again, and will bear life.
Evar was tired, because the Allmaker kept him waiting.
I know, right?
And the sun burned him. The
What a
trees,
bitch, God.
right? And the trees offered no shade, and there was no wind to cool him. Still, he traveled on to the Beast Rock, and the Allmaker spoke.
Find the good beast, and cease his suffering.
Evar traveled to the woods of the Eisenfire. Eisenfire? Eisenfire?
I mean, the Norse in me wants to say Isen.
Eisenfire?
Oh, I know.
Eisenfire. And for many hours until he heard the cries of the bear from over a hill. As he crested a hill, he saw the bear, a Falmer's arrow piercing its neck. He checked the woods for the Falmer, for that is what they were, although some say they're not. The fuck? He checked the woods for the Falmer. That is okay. And finding none, approached the beast. He spoke soothing words and came upon it slowly, saying,
Good beast, I mean you no harm. The Allmaker has sent me to ease your suffering. I will now bash your...
Hearing these words, the bear ceased his struggles and laid his head on Evar's feet. Evar grasped the arrow and pulled it from the bear's neck. Using the little nature magic he knew, which he apparently knew, Evar tended the wound, although it took the last bit of his strength. As the bear's wounds closed, Evar slept. When he awoke, the bear stood over him, and the remains of the Falmer were strewn about. He knew that the good beast had protected him during the night. He traveled back to the Beast Rock, the bear by his side, and the Allmaker spoke to him again.
You have returned the gift of the beasts. Once again, the good beasts will feed the skull when they are hungry, clothe them when they are cold, and protect them in times of...
Oh, I feel like a dick for killing that bear now. Evar's strength had returned, so he traveled on to the tree stone, though the good beast did not follow him. When he arrived, the Allmaker spoke to him.
The first trees are gone and must be replanted. Find the seed and plant the first tree.
Evar traveled again through the Hirstang forest. Hirstang? Hirstang?
I'm gonna make an inappropriate joke for Twitch. I will not.
What was? Can you DM it to me?
I will later on.
What's it called? Hirstang?
I have no idea
Alright.
what that's.
Hirstang Forest, searching for the seeds of the first tree, but he could find none. Then he spoke to the tree spirits, the living trees. They told him that the seeds had been stolen by one of the Falmer, for they are servants of the adversary, and this Falmer was hiding them deep in the forest, so that none would ever find them. Levar traveled to the deepest part of the forest, and there he found the evil Falmer, surrounded by lesser tree spirits. Levar could see that the spirits were in his thrall. They had used the magic of the seeds and spoken their secret name. Kinky.
I know, right?
Evar knew he could not stand against such a force, and that he must retrieve the seeds in secret. Evar reached into his pouch and drew out his flint. Gathering leaves, he started a small fire outside the clearing where the Falmer and the ensorcelled spirits milled. Ensorcelled is such a fun word.
It really is, though.
All the skull know, the spirits' hatred of fires, for the fires ravage the trees they serve. At once the nature of the spirits took hold, and they rushed to quell the flames. During the commotion, Levar snuck behind the Falmer and snatched the pouch of seeds, stealing away before the evil being knew they were gone. When Evar returned to the tree stone, he planted the tree in the ground.
Oh no, he's planting seeds.
And they all
Planting his seed, Wolfie.
Oh God. Listen, this isn't the kid-friendly version, okay? And the Allmaker spoke to him.
And he stole his seed, so I mean, he's getting real kinky.
I mean, listen.
The gift of trees is restored. Once again, you have planted your seed, and it will bloom and grow and provide nourishment and
Evar was tired, for he had done a lot with seeds, for the sun would only burn, and the winds would not yet cool him. But he rested briefly. Briefly.
I mean, yeah, we just learned that he did.
In the shade of the trees. His legs were weary and his eyes heavy. But he continued on, traveling to the Sunstone. Again the Allmaker spoke, because the Allmaker was apparently really bored.
He's really bored and really chatty. He's just like, this one dude, I'll just keep talking to him. Never mind all this plague and famine and like all the other crap. I'll just talk to you. The gentle warmth that the sun has stolen, so now it only burns. Free the sun from the halls of Denumbra.
From the halls of what now?
Denumbra.
And so Evar walked west over the frozen lands until he reached the halls of Denumbra. The air inside was thick and heavy, and he could see no further than the end of his arm. Still he felt his way along the walls, though he heard the shuffling of feet and knew this place held the unholy beasts who would tear his flesh and eat his bones. For hours he crept along, until he saw a faint glow far at the end of the hall. There, from behind a sheet of perfect ice, came a glow. Why do I do that? So bright he had to shut his eyes, lest they be forever blinded. He plucked the flaming eye from one of the unholy beasts and threw it at the ice with all his might. A small crack appeared in the ice, then grew larger. Slowly the light crept between the cracks, widening them, splitting the ice wall into pieces. With a deafening crack, the wall crumbled, and light rushed over Evar through the halls. He heard the shrieks of the unholy beasts as they were blinded and burned. He ran out of the halls, following the light, and collapsed on the ground outside. When he was able to rise again, the sun again warmed him, and he was glad for that. He traveled back to the Sunstone, where the Allmaker spoke to him again.
And said, if you give Evie the Sunstone, it shall evolve. The gift of the sun is, shall's once again. Ah! Why we go back?
Because I fucked up. Okay, I'm sorry.
Skull once again. It will warm them and give them light in the bath of the evil.
Sure. Go back to playing Pokemon Go, God. Evar had one final gift he had to recover, the gift of the winds, so he travelled to the Windstone, far on the western coast of the island. When he arrived, the Allmaker spoke to him, giving him his final task.
Find the greedy man and release the wind. Are you kidding me? From its captivity.
So beans are good for the heart. All right. So
The
Evar
more you eat,
wandered.
the more you fart.
Yeah.
The more you fart, the better you feel. So let's have beans for every meal. Yeah.
You sound so nonplussed. So Evar wandered the land in search of the greedy man. He looked in the trees, but the greedy man did not hide there, nor did he hide near the oceans or the deep caves. The beasts had not seen him in the dark forests. Finally, Evar came to a crooked house, and he knew that here he would find the greedy man. Why? Why do I do this? Who are you? Shouted the greedy man. That you would come to my house. I've been quite lonely, you know.
I am Advar the Skull, said Advar. I am not a warrior, shaman, an elder. I am not wise, smart, or clever. In fact, my whole village decided I was such a shit that they wanted to get rid of me and put me on this journey. If I do not return, I will not be missed. But I have returned. The oceans, the earth, the trees, the beasts, and the sunstone. I evolved a Eevee, bitch. And I will return to the winds to my people, that we may feel the spirit of the All-Maker in our souls again.
And with that, he grabbed up the greedy man's bag and tore it open. The winds rushed out with a gale force, sweeping the greedy man up and carrying him off, far from the island. Evar breathed in the winds and was glad. He walked back to the Windstone, where the All-Maker spoke to him a final time.
You have done well, Advar. You, the least of the Skull. I'm pause a minute while God exe loads. I have returned my well, I'm so lazy. I wanted you to do it. The greedy man is gone for now and should not trouble your people again in your lifetime. Your All-Maker is pleased. Now go and live according to your nature.
And Evar started back to the Skull Village while trying not to fuck any more spirits.
I know, right?
And then what happened, Grandfather?
What do you mean, child? He went home.
No, and he returned to the village, the child continued. Was he made a warrior? Or taught the ways of the shaman? Did he lead the skull in battle?
I do not know. That is where the story ends. I'm getting tired. You need to go to bed.
Said the grandfather. But that's not an ending. That's not how stories end.
Oh no. We were flip-flopping. The old man laughed and got up in his chair. Is it not? Where am I? Who are you? You're not my child.
Oh, feels bad, man. Anyway, it gave me, like, stuff. It gave me, like, pickpocketing ability.
Yeah, because he stole the seed. He stole his seed.
God, what a pervert. Also, did day
I know,
happen
right?
and it's just so cloudy that I can't tell? Because I had, like, a quest way back there that I just wandered off and didn't do.
Yep.
Then I should probably go back and do that thing, huh?
You can fast travel, remember.
Oh, whoa.
You press B, press down to go on the map. Excuse me.
Wait,
Some
how did I
people-
get all the way over here?
Because that's what the wolfie does when they're when they're exploring.
Good God, why does nobody stop me?
There is no stopping the wolfie.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
But at least you got some thick pickpocket.
I did. Alright, so let me talk to, Miss I wanna do bad things with some bad person. Because that's kind of a problem. Wait, I don't want to go to the Vilemire Inn.
Guard might get nervous. A woman approaches.
Oh, fuck you. I I mean, that was kind of rude of me, but still. Woman might get nervous you approach them with a fucking gun. Ah, yeah, whatever, man.
Get in the trunk.
I wish I could make my deliveries more often. But
Are you the guy who I'm supposed to talk to?
About to make a delivery up there myself.
Anything you can tell me about the High Hrothgar, even though I'm not sure I care?
Many times, but I've never even laid eyes on one of
Ah, right. Those are the people you have to go up High Hrothgar to meet the Greybeards.
by uttering a single
Oh.
word. Well, not that they would. They seem peaceful, but I wouldn't want to provoke them.
What types of deliveries do you make?
Mostly food supplies like dried fish and salted meats. You know, things that keep fresh for a long time. The Greybeards tend not to get out much.
Not to
if you
get out
catch my
much if you
meaning.
catch. They're hermits. And in return?
Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food.
Fair
Trouble
enough.
is, my legs
They're
are where they used to
nerds.
be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll.
They're just like prima, unwashed, sweaty nerds that shouted.
Could I do that for them? Because I have to go up there anyway, right?
It makes sense to do this quest with that.
Okay.
It's like a 2-in-1 thing.
Well, that would be kind
And it
of
actually makes sense to do that quest after you
Take
do
these
the other
big
quest.
supplies. At the top of
Oh,
the
okay,
steps, you'll
cool.
see the offering chest.
Because I might as
Because
well.
the Greybeards max out your Fushroda, and it gets like stupidly powerful.
Oh, okay, cool. Anything I should watch out for?
Well, there's the occasional wolf pack or stray, but that's all I've ever had to deal with.
Oh, I
Okay.
can
Probably
handle
for
wolves.
you.
He's a bitch ass liar.
Footing. In these wintry conditions,
Oh, is it
stairs
worse
can be
than that?
treacherous.
Yeah, it is.
Be careful up there.
If that's the case, I must save. Alright, so now I have to talk to this woman about her, like, marriage problems or some shit.
Yep.
Why the hell do I have to help people with marriage?
You get a good reward from this quest, essentially.
I see. Alright, so let me go to this bridge that I probably can't go to. I can get up there, okay. Do, 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 do.
Making their own path.
What'd you say?
Wolfie making their own path.
I mean, fuck the actual path. So what other things are you, like, having in mind? I can't jump over this. Hey! I stole your, like, hay, by the way, and I made flour, which I didn't need. Alright, so I need to talk to you.
You must be another pilgrim on the way up to High Hrothgar. No other reason to pass through here.
I have cabbage to sell? I'm pretty sure I stole it, but I have cabbage to sell.
I stole your cabbage and let me give it back to you. What a power move. Honest pay for honest work.
Oh,
Oh, the shade.
was that theirs all the way over there?
Just steal their cabbage and then sell it back to them.
No,
They have to buy that cabbage now, they were starving. Oh, Wolfie, the shame.
It was 2 miles away from them. I found it in some bucket somewhere. Did I really steal it from them? It didn't say
No.
I stole it. Oh. Anything they can tell me about the High Hrothgar?
It's frightening living below their monastery.
Oh.
Sometimes I swear I can hear strange noises rolling down from up there. It sounds like thunder. There's never any rain.
That just means Tenchi's really happy. Your daughter asked me to speak to you.
Oh my. Probably something about the men. We all wish we had her problems. I don't tell my husband, but I don't have any problem with Bassianus. Even if it means her leaving Iverstead, I want Fastra to be happy. If they just snuck out of town together, I could manage my husband.
Okay.
Bassianus is still so terrified of Yofthor. If he knew that I'd keep him from hunting the poor boy down, he'd take Fastra to Riften without a second thought. Let him know that I'll watch out for them. Just want my daughter to be happy.
Aw, she's a good mom.
Sure, leave. Everyone else does.
Oh, wow.
Spoken to my parents yet? Please. My life depends on it.
Okay, get out of my face, lady. I need to talk to the guy, because you're apparently not self-sufficient enough to handle your own affairs.
The shade.
I mean,
I wish I could make my deliveries more often.
here.
The road's getting dangerous.
I heard you lost Fastred.
Oh, Fastred. I'm not sure what happened. One moment she's smiling at me, the next I can't even meet her eyes.
Oh, I know the
I'll
feeling.
bet Bassianus would know what's going on. He understands women.
She probably appreciates assertive men, or looks like there's not much you can do. Is he assertive or is he passive?
You have to make the decision yourself.
Well, this isn't even Bassianus. This is some other guy. I mean, it doesn't matter who she appreciates. It looks like there's not much you can do.
I guess not.
Oh, I guess.
7,000 steps indeed. Next time they need to build it closer to the ground.
What?
Oh, fast. I'll bet Bassianus would know what's going on.
She probably
What did you
appreciates.
call me?
Oh, fuck. I mean that you should be bold.
Wait, you mean I should just tell her? Tell her how I feel?
What do you have to lose? Oh god, what have I done?
You're right. No fish was ever caught by staying away from the shore. I'm off to see her.
Okay.
That's always a good thing to say, somebody. Oh, what do you have to lose?
I kind of want to see how this plays out now, because I feel like I've spoken to the wrong man about this whole issue.
Fastred, I have something to say to you.
Clement? What is it?
I don't want you to leave Iverstead.
Why not?
Because I would miss you.
Wait, I totally just spoke to the wrong man.
What good are fish if you have to eat them alone?
Tenchi, I fucked up. Oh, crap. Well,
You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
are you gonna give me anything for it?
Be careful up there. I wish I could make my deliveries more.
Are you gonna give me anything for it?
You said this had a reward.
Yes, you have to go back to fucking Dula.
Who's Oh, the woman? Oh.
The one who originally gave you the quest.
Oh, you're a traveler. You must have so much to tell about the world outside this boring town.
I really don't care about you. So who gave me the quest?
The person who originally gave you the quest in Riften.
Oh, I gotta go back to Riften?
Mm-hmm.
Can I fast travel this bitch?
You can. That's what it's there for.
Alright, so let's go to Riften. Where is Riften?
Bottom right of your map.
Bottom right? Oh. Oh, it's not that far.
Bottom right of your map.
This is Iverstead. This is Honeystrand. Shorestone. Thieves Guild. Oh, Riften. Yeah, let's go to Riften. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Wait until morning, or pick the lock and break in. Oh god. What a lawless world we live in. Wait, so some dude all the way from there, like, asked me to get involved with all of that all the way over here?
Yep.
Oh wait, was that the dude who wanted to take her here and then was like, but I can't, feels bad, man? And now I just gave him away to the other guy?
This dude is actually a well, it's a woman. Is a priestess of Mara, and they get involved
Oh,
in like
right.
love affair.
So she's basically a Yenta who's involved in everyone's sex life. Alright.
Lady Ma-
It's essentially.
I've helped the lovers of Iverstead for some reason.
How wonderful. Like the sea, their love roils and swells, but brings life and nourishment to all.
Alright, kid. Does Mara require any
See,
more?
you're eager to carry the light. As you venture, Mara fills my mind evermore with visions of love in peril.
Why the fuck do you care about
Embers
love?
lie nestled in stone, needing only fuel to bloom a flame that will warm all around them. Go to
The nihilistic
There
is.
you'll find calcium,
What?
wise,
Why do you care about love?
help them to emerge and stay.
It's almost like it's your job or something.
This is the prayer heard by the goddess.
She's like a
and
very
believed by her
ethical
servants.
porn manager. Where the fuck is Calcemo? Do I do this now too?
How may I help you, my daughter?
I mean, to get the reward, you have to do all of them.
Oh Jesus! So I have to finish this and then I should go to the other place?
If you want to just go to the place, if you think you'll find it more fun, you can do that.
No,
because you'll get,
I've started this. Let's finish this.
Okay, that's never how you work. But okay.
What do you mean? Well, yeah, you're right. I'm probably gonna go wander off and get distracted by something anyway. So how likely am I gonna die trying to get up this mountain?
Which mountain? I have to.
The mountain to get to the High Hrothgar? To deliver the
Oh, you
Leeds fish?
you probably won't die, but you'll probably have to run away from it.
Oh, that's fine. I'm good at running away.
To give you a spoiler.
Fair. Have fun! Okay. I totally didn't look like a fucking robber.
Yeah, right, just there with the blade, like in the bush.
In the bush. Hey, Axer, what's up, dude?
Ayo.
Have I fished in this water? I probably have, but just to make sure. It's really...
you can fast travel.
Yeah, but what's the fun in that? I get to catch dragonflies. If I don't... Look, I caught a dragonfly. Aren't you proud of me? No, you're not. You want me to fast travel. But guess what? Fuck. I was gonna catch another dragonfly. And then it got
I thought you.
Ooh, a hissed carp. Where are you little nugget? Come back here. Why do missions when you can waste your time doing hunting stuff? Speaking of that, Red Dead Redemption is coming out, and I see myself making no progress in that game specifically for this reason. Oh my god, these dragonflies are not amenable to being caught. I'm good. Wait, are there people actually in that boat? No? Okay. Is there stuff actually under this water?
Nope.
It's murky as heck. I'm gonna go back up. Oh shit, it was deep. It was deeper than I thought it was. Give me the dragonfly! Hey, I got a blue dartwing. Fishes! Give me this. Give it. I got the river buddy, and I'm gonna catch the cylindrical spade tail. Cyrodilic. And I'm gonna catch a salmon. Oh shit. I drowned almost. Listen, breathing is overrated. I was fine, okay? I totally didn't almost drown trying to catch shit. That's fake news. Agreed. Wait, so there are Ouija boards? What other, like, weird... So, like, I've seen pictures of people making like candles around pentagrams. Like, since when has that been a thing? Is that like a thing that
Well, that's
dates
been
back to the pagans, or?
Well, pagan is literally, it's a weird one because pagan itself isn't technically, well, it wasn't technically a religion of its own sort. It was
It
just a bastardization because it
shouldn't
meant,
be.
it actually meant religion of the people. That's what pagan, the literal translation of pagan.
Oh no. Oh shit. I snuck into somewhere I wasn't supposed to be. Hold that thought.
I never even finished talking about Ouija boards.
Oh, did you not finish the Ouija boards first? My bad.
Nope, you got me on a book.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh god, I've made everyone mad. No, you won't finish the Ouija boards? Aw, I'm sorry.
What? You don't want me to? That's fine.
No, I do want you to. You said you won't because...
No,
Oh.
I didn't. I never said I wanted to. Would.
Oh,
When did I say I wouldn't?
Then do it. I'm sorry. I thought you said, no, I won't because you got me on the book. And I just misheard you. I guess that's not what you said.
No. I said I didn't because you got me on the book.
Oh, I'm silly. Don't mind me. I'm just collecting things for potions and stuff. Potions I'm never gonna make because I'm stingy. These torch bugs are good, right? Yeah, there. Ooh, that's a butterfly that I've not caught before. Can I have it? Oh, it's a Luna moth. Maybe I did have it. Sorry, continue. My bad. We were talking.
This is just becoming an ingredient stream.
Yeah. But all streams become an ingredient stream.
They do.
And the environment is so pretty. So you're talking about how, like, these board-like things, like, originated from China, and then as, like, trades spread, they, like, got different because trade and money and shit. And then the Victorians were like, ah, this shit is, like, real fashionable and stuff. Uh-oh.
Yes. But it wasn't, and
probably draw a steal because they're probably not happy with me.
it wasn't until they got a patent for it.
What? Where? Oh.
And then I think it was Elijah Bond got the first patent, and then William Fuld, he took over the production of the board after Elijah.
Oh, whoa.
And then he actually, because originally it was just called the talking board, or talking boards, or spiritual boards, or things like that. William Fuld was the one who.
What am I taking damage from? Oh, you.
William Fuld was the one who actually coined the term Ouija in the Ouija board.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. I'm in danger. Okay. Uh-huh. Continue. Sorry. I have to do some healing real quick.
Charles Kennard believed, or he claimed, that the name Ouija was actually from the board itself. Like, the board called it.
The board called itself Ouija?
Essentially is what he said. And he said that it was an ancient Egyptian word meaning good luck. That's what he claims.
Is that verified or not really?
Not very.
Also, Close Eyes, thank you so much for 16 months. How are you doing, dude?
Hey.
Okay, so I am in trouble. Alright,
That
time to
sounds about
chug potions. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, who else needs to be dead? Oh, I see you up there. Okay. Look at my Smex founder badge. Nice. Okay, you are causing major issues, and you need to die.
That's pretty neat.
Okay, now who's hurting me? There's a
But
lot
yeah,
of crap.
and then after Elijah, Fuld took over the production of the boards, and he
Oh,
just
jeez.
popularized it. It's essentially, and then he added yes and no to the board as well.
Right. For like yes or
then
no questions.
Yeah, and then so it was yes, no, and then it was effectively the modern Ouija board, but back then, the 1900s.
Oh
He
god,
had
I'm
just
getting my ass handed to me real quick.
he had just basically created the first of the line
Please
of,
die.
of the
Holy
Ouija
shit.
boards.
Alright, who else is around? Oh, that arrow just whiffed me.
And
The problem is I don't know where that arrow's from.
Fuld was a bit of a shit, if I'm being honest, because he decided then there he had an opportunity, and he decided to say that he created the Ouija board,
Which
and he created
he did
talking,
not.
which he didn't. He just coined the phrase Ouija.
Okay, you need to die. Yeah?
And then there was, because it was patented, but because there was some technicality on it being like before the patent as well, there were a lot of competitors, and they all flooded the market as well with bootleg. In essence, spirit boards, angel boards, they were called spirit boards, guiding boards, divining boards. There were a whole bunch of them, but none were as popular. Like in the 1920s, Ouija had its heyday. Like all of these boards and stuff, they had their time in essence, really. And obviously the the Catholic Church really didn't like that.
Well,
They
I could imagine
stepped
because
in.
they hate everything.
Oh, absolutely. There was actually being sassy there. There was a pastoral letter actually to the Dutch Reformed churches that encouraged its communicants to basically avoid and get not go into the boards because I mean generally anything related to the
Spirits is a no-no.
spirits or spiritual realms or things was the big no because as far as Christianity and the Catholics in
Only
particular,
the priests can like do that stuff.
only spirit you're allowed to contact is God himself. All other spiritual wickedness, as it calls it, are like say witchcraft, divining, seering, soothsaying, anything like that. You had to be burned and you're evil and XYZ. So they really didn't like these Ouija boards that were divining the future and things like that, because they were against what the Bible said essentially. So they had a massive humongous problem.
So how did I get in here? I guess
And then
I could just walk through the
in
height.
funnily enough, if you want a more recent history, in the 2000s, I don't actually know which year, in New Mexico, fundamentalist groups decided to burn Ouija boards. They decided to burn Harry Potter books.
I heard about the burning of the Harry Potter books. That stuff was kind of BS.
Yeah, they burn all sorts of stuff. They decide
it's
to
all
be
witchcraft.
or heretic-y. And they said that the Ouija board reveals and divines information that only God should know.
Wait, so Harry Potter tells me information that only God should know?
No. The boards, the Ouija boards.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I lost the plot there for a sec.
So they had like a really big
What was that?
a big issue with it, as it were.
Yeah, I'm sure yours, lady. Oh,
I
wow, I'm getting good
actually-
with the shield.
I actually can't remember, but it was later. It was just before the 1920s. It was that whole boom.
Should I grab the
Of,
mace or no?
No.
Okay.
It's too heavy, and it's not a lot of that for its weight. It would just bug you down, and you're a kleptomaniac, so you need lots of space for
Yeah.
lots of things.
Should I be... Is this dog... Okay, no. Okay, well, I guess I just murdered this dog for no good reason. I feel bad.
There was actually a woman, actually, just before the 1920s, just before like the really prime like ultra these boards are the shit sort of era, like just in that cusp. She wrote a novel, and she said that she had contacted Mark Twain to write this book, to bring more notoriety. And obviously, all of these like stories, even though they're like class A bullshit, they feed the general public's view on what these boards could achieve and what they were.
Right, so
And-
because they, like... Okay, well that went very well for me. Okay, stop being that way. Can you...
Tenchi's giving a history on all
So,
the boards.
Tenchi has
all the
given
Ouija-
so far a story about worldwide Ouija boards. You
I
know
was just
what?
telling everybody, because I'm like a history buff and I know just the weirdest shit. I was just
Yeah.
giving everybody a rundown on how Ouija boards became.
Why would I want to unlock a door with
popular
a
and,
wolf
like,
in it?
as
That doesn't
widespread as they-
seem right. Tenchi, is there a reason this door is unlockable instead of just I can open it? Is there something else in here other than this wolf?
Huh?
Uh-oh. I should probably... Hi. Oh, you're fun.
There's probably not anything in there, just the
Uh-oh. 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 I'm in the deep shit now. Okay, so...
wolf. Bandit bugs. Beefy boof.
let me do reduce... Is that frost or cold?
That's cold. And frost.
Oh, good. That's both of them.
No. Both of them do frost. But it's good to have 2 potions on, because it will last longer.
Okay. Well, I'm really trying. Oh my god, please die. Thank you. Anyway, so about Mark Twain?
Yeah, this woman decided that I don't know whether to just sell more books or to promote the Ouija themselves. She just decided to say that she was using the Ouija board and Mark Twain had written her novel for her. Which,
That
if you think about
People... Oh, Jesus
the
Christ. Mary, Joseph, and
dynamics
John.
of that would have
What
taken
just happened? Who
millennia.
just hurt me? Was there a trap that I tripped?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the warning on that. Oh, that looks like a boring book.
And
It's two.
there were a few others. There was some dude who was this is well after the heyday of the 1920s. He started experimenting as part of like a book on ESP and things like that on what the human experience was with the spiritual side, and he started to use the Ouija board, and he actually wrote about his experiences with what he said was a male type spirit with called Seth, and he has like a series of books donating like ESP, and then it goes
Sassy.
into this like Seth person.
Oh, right. This was when people were like super into Egypt too. Was that like the 1920s as well?
No. This was well after I said. As I
this is
said,
after.
this was well afterwards. This is the 1960s. This is when
Hunguard!
we're
Why did I sheath my weapon? What is
we're
this?
doing. this is around the time that everybody starts to get back into it again, and even the governments start getting in on it, and they start doing like field research into you know, like divining, to see if they could like what is called remote viewing, to see if they could see other governments, what they were doing with people like in rooms, and like psychic abilities. They were doing all sorts of like experiments on ESP and what we could achieve, you know, anything psychically.
You need to die, friend. Oh, I can't hit you? That's weird. So did that have anything to do with the Ouija boards? Were they using it for like divining?
Well, as I said, in World War One, actually became popular for a divining tool in World War One to gain information about the enemy and things like that.
So people were probably still using it then.
Oh, absolutely.
Hello, EOR Explorer. How are you?
I was actually talking about Project Stargate. The remote viewing we did against the Russians and all kinds of other people.
All kinds of other people.
Essentially, yeah.
Ooh, should I take the steel gauntlets of minor wielding?
Yes, absolutely. Take anything enchanted. Well, ancient. Okay, this is where we have to put on our
thinking caps.
No, our tinfoil. Let's get out there into conspiracy land.
Oh boy, here we go.
And what they did is they gave some dude who was one of the people who reportedly was a remote viewer, and he was really good at it, apparently. They gave him coordinates, but those coordinates lined up to ancient Mars. Which, okay, now there's a big thing.
Wait, ancient Mars is in the planet?
As in the planet, yes. And he'd been tasked, because they were trying to disprove him, essentially. And he'd been tasked so many times to remote view things on Earth and things like that. But they decided to try and catch him out. And they gave him coordinates, as it were. Not for this planet, but for what would have been ancient Mars back in the day, whatever. And he said, and there's like a whole transcript of this, I'm really not making it up, this was a government sanctioned thing, you can read about it, he said, oh look, there's all these weird structures that don't make any sense, and all these strange people, like, and he was like going right into it. But it's pretty obvious to anybody who knows anything of anything to know that these coordinates would not have been on Earth.
Right.
So all he had to do is think, they're trying to catch me out. I better think of something else, because if I give them the usual, I see a room thing, they're not going to believe me, because this is blatantly coordinates that are not on this Earth. But essentially, and this isn't the only guy we did this with. Like, we did this with so many people. Well, I say we.
Well, you mean like the Westerns,
America, yeah, the Westerners, and the Russians were doing it as well. They had a woman actually who was apparently telekinetically gifted, and
is there anything in the center place, or just more wolves to kill?
Just more wolves to kill. It's a fight pit.
I'll spare them.
And essentially, she actually ended up having a load of heart attacks through the abuse that they put her through to try and test her powers, as it were. And she was actually a tank tank radio operator, which I find interesting. And
she
she got
That's weird.
yeah, she was a tank radio operator in World War II.
And
and
they still put her through all that?
yeah, well, the thing was she was going to keep it secret, and then all of a sudden a doctor got onto it, and the doctor wanted to push it forwards, and it's one of the only times where a judge has ruled in favor of somebody with psychic abilities because it was that credible.
Oh wow.
That she had them. Yeah, because they tried to tarnish her name, and they actually got a newspaper to publish a redaction saying that she was full of shit. That is how much they believed this person.
Damn.
Yeah, it's insane, isn't it? So yeah, she was just a normal, everyday, run-of-the-mill person, and then she got hit while she was in the tank, and she sustained an abdomen wound. And then after that, when she got like really emotional, she says, and the people said at the time, like, all of this is like, I make no judgments on whether this is true or false. This is just what you can prove by Googling, if you want to Google it. Like, I just know because I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Okay.
Like no, you can prove through newspaper articles in Russia, through the psychic, there's so much document.
There's stuff, yeah.
There's actual things, not like Google Foo, where it's just like a sketchy Russian propaganda site or something, or an American one, because
plenty of those.
There's plenty of those as well. But essentially, it was one of the only times actually. Because in the US we had one where a guy claimed that he was possessed by the devil, and that's why he committed murder, and he actually used that as a defense. And the Ed and Lorraine Warren, self-described demonologists, they decided to back him in court over this, because they thought that he was possessed, and the judge said,
This?
how can I rule against something so ridiculous and unprovable? That is what he said in that case. It was not an insanity defense, believe it or not, Gold. Also, hello, Gold. It was actually reason of non-guilty due to demonic possession is the reason he gave.
Really?
That was the actual legitimate...
People bought that?
Well, a lot of people did. Ed and Lorraine Warren were very, very famous people. In the sort of like spiritual... Because have you ever heard of the Amityville horror? That's like one of the most famous cases of hauntings in America. You have the Amityville house.
This I actually haven't heard about. That doesn't pass in the U.S. This was in the U.S.
That was in the U.S. But the judge said, how can you come here and say something so ridiculous and unprovable? Because there's no way I can prove that this is or isn't the case. Therefore, I can't use this as a defense. Please actually use a proper defense. And then they still went with it. And he was like, well, you're guilty then.
Oh, he didn't get away with it. Oh, okay. I misunderstood you then.
No, absolutely not. No, the judge said it was ridiculous.
Oh, okay. You are the dumbest archer I've ever seen in my life. Oh, shit, there's someone behind you.
Possessions did get blamed for it. There was a big...
oh, yay. I've pissed everyone off.
Greece where people would murder, and they would murder a lot of people to make it look like, in quotes, frenzy murder, so they looked like they were possessed, so they would get out of trouble for it, essentially.
So you'd get in less trouble for killing more people? That doesn't seem to work.
Well, if you only kill one person, you can't really
claim it was a frenzy.
Yeah, essentially.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble again. Ah! Why does this happen? Alright, let me get to potions. Potion of minor healing. Come on. I have to have some left. There we go. There we go. I am listening. Hey, KS Dragoon, how are you? Or someone with an AR-15. Jesus, you're not wrong. Can I claim someone talked to me before my first cup of coffee to get off of assault charges? I don't think
I'd back you. I'd back you in court.
Alright, Tenchi's got your back.
And Sassy Farm Tech. It's funny, actually. I don't know whether it's the same case, but there was a dude in India, a black magic practitioner, who was actually accused of killing a family of 4 and burying them in a pit. Because the father of the family, in quotes, stole his magical powers.
Wait. Really? Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Yes, really.
Oh, I mean, I was talking to you too, but I also was talking to, this
You can level up. You can level up and fully heal. You don't need to eat anything.
Oh, okay. I should do that, like, now. Let's level up health. Because that's a great thing to do. And let's give my perks to...
Oh dear, Slender Man. That was actually a film product of a group of students decided, and they were tasked with making something scary. So they made up Slender Man, and then everybody's taking it too far, to the point where a schizophrenic girl and her very evil antisocial personality disorder friend decided to stab their other friend.
Yeah, because Slender Man told them to.
Because, in quotes, Slender Man told them to, which is just a bullshit.
Yeah, that's just because they wanted to murder somebody.
Believe it or not, Marble Hornets is not actually the originator of Slender Man. Although I actually really appreciate that you do know Marble Hornets. That is something I will show Wolfie at some point.
What is Marble
But Marble
Hornets?
Marble Hornets is effectively using Slender Man in an ARG. A massive ARG. It was one of the... It was essentially one of the ones that created the modern type online ARG type dealios.
Binged it in one night. Sweet. Alright, well, that's just something Tenchi and I is gonna have to do.
I really appreciate it.
I love how I refer to us as is. We're just like one thing now. Okay, did I finally kill all of these people?
I am a big nerd when it comes to all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And like
history
and like history of occult things. Like, if you have any questions, just like shoot.
So I started you up on the pentagram, right?
Yes.
So like, I'm assuming, like, is it Germanic and like, cause it's really old, right? Like the pentagram itself, like it was used way before it started getting associated with like Satan, right?
Oh my life, Satan is actually a really recent thing. Before that, it was a symbol of protection. Believe it or not, the actual pentagram itself is a symbol of protection.
I actually really like pentagrams. Full disclosure.
Practitioners. And believe it or not, after that point, after the pagans, had their whole like, oh, this is this is essentially a protection thing, as it were. The Christians adopted it, and they said it represents the 5 wounds of Jesus, and all of this. And
wait, it had something to do with Jesus at some point?
Yeah, funny enough, because the Christians love coming in and saying, screw your particular religious thing, but also it's kind of
cool, so we'll take it.
Symbolism is really cool, and it attracts a lot of people, so we're gonna steal it, and we're gonna make it ours, and you're gonna be okay with this, because otherwise I'm gonna burn you at stake.
And they were kind of like, shrug.
Yeah, essentially.
Dagger of Weariness?
Yeah, stamina damage.
Can we unequip it?
What do you mean unequip it? You haven't got it equipped.
No, I mean like, unenchant it, rather.
Yes, you can unenchant.
Oh, okay, so I'll just do that on the next thingy. Oh, I probably shouldn't have...
The pentagram, I believe it actually goes back to ancient Greece and but the Babylonians. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
you're
wow,
gonna get
way
me
back
ranting
there.
about it. Yeah, you're gonna get me ranting about all these things.
I mean, I'm in the middle of nowhere just looting this random bandit thing, so...
Sorry, you're gonna have to put up with Tenchi talking for a while.
I told you to do this, damn it.
Well, essentially, they switched over from "this is ours now" to "oh, it's of the devil," when Aleister Crowley, who is essentially the modern Satanist, although he himself wasn't a Satanist, which is hilarious. He was actually a Thelmanist. He made his own religion, which I find completely amusing. That he loved to antagonize Christians and everything. And believe it or not, he would himself say he's a white magician, not a black magician.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just funny to me. But Wiccans today actually have the pentagram, and they have it in a circle usually, because the circle is a circle of protection. The circle is a protection thing. They always do circles in salt, and you have to be within salt if you're doing a ritual, and to be without to break the salt circle. Or to leave the circle of salt is like you don't get protection there. But essentially,
What's a skooma? I guess I'll find out.
skooma is drugs. Skooma is it's Skyrim drugs.
Sweet. I guess it'll go for a good price if I want to get into that business. It's a trap. I shouldn't go backward.
But essentially, in ancient Greece, the pentagram was the 5 corners where the seeds of Kronos were placed in the earth in order for the whole cosmos to exist, as it were. So that's where the actual original pentagram came from. It was basically, they were saying that these 5 points are where like all the universe came from, you know?
Right, because that's edgy and shit.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It was the pentagram was, believe it or not, it was used by ancient Christians as a symbol for what they said were the 5 senses. You know, touch, taste, hearing, sight, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it resembled the 5 wounds, as it were, of Christ. And it was actually an important symbolic role in a poem. Something to do with King Solomon. It's eventually the 5 virtues of knighthood. The poem was just basically like, the 5 wounds of Christ, the 5 senses, the 5. It just made like a lot of connections to 5. He just really liked 5.
Okay, I guess that was supposed to be a trap.
He just essentially really liked the number 5, and then it had like a connection to it.
Oh, it's only you. I'm not too worried about this guy. I can just wait for my...
And even in like Wiccan-y, pagan-y terms, even like anciently, even it being reversed was always always a sign of negative. Recently,
so it being upside down is not so great.
it being upside down, just as a general point, even back then, it wasn't seen as satanic. Don't get me wrong, that's a very modern thing.
Never invite you to a heist. Oh. I mean,
The
fair.
South.
Very
It was
fair.
seen as bad because the symbol of protection was the upward star. So the inverse of that, and there's a lot of like alchemically things that get inverted, and like runes can get inverted. So people are used to the whole inversion concept
Being
throughout.
like, not great.
It was not great. So a protection symbol being inverted upside down. Oh, this is not good. This means, oh, this is bad juju. You know. So even when it wasn't satanic, because that is a very modern thing,
Yeah.
it was still seen as bad. You know.
That makes sense. So it was still seen as bad, and then they went ahead and said, "Oh, I guess it's satanic because Satan
Well,
is bad."
essentially. And it's funny because it got adopted into other areas because the Chinese adopted it into
Chinese?
wood.
Oh,
Yeah,
the 5 elements.
yeah, wood, wind, fire, earth, metal. No, wood, fire, water, earth, and metal, rather.
Do I want to make hide stuff? Would that be less to carry? I can make an iron dagger.
You don't want any of that. You already got better.
Do I want to make build jewelry?
No.
Okay. Do I want to make... I don't want any of these, do I?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought, like, I saw it, so I was like, may as well look at it. I could take this iron ore. Should I just take the stuff anyway? Probably not, but I'm going to because I'm a fucking klepto.
Now, the based on, you know, the whole Renaissance
Yeah.
occultism, Renaissance era occultism, based on the fact that happened, it then got adopted into modern occultists because of that event. And that's a whole entangled thing that I'm, because it's a whole like
It's a
bunch
whole
of
thing.
history that nobody wants a history lesson from session. Let's be honest here.
But okay.
And
I wouldn't mind one, but I understand.
now they went right the way back to the ancient Babylonian use of the pentagram as a tropic like charm against and to protect from spirits and evils and all the realms, you know.
Right.
And and against like elements. It was like a whole protection thing. It was like a really good protection thing because it had all the elements in it, and it had the circle yeah.
Guess what?
What?
People want a history lesson. Look at chat. But yeah. Oh fuck. Oh no. Well, I very narrowly avoided getting dead there. That's pretty neat. Wait, what did I interrupt? God damn it. Sorry. I was focused on not dying.
Essentially.
Essentially.
God, so I'm gonna go into like all the kinds of things. Now there is like there's geomancy, which is earth magic. There's hydromancy, which is water magic. There's aeromancy, which is air magic. You know, like air. And there's pyromancy, which is fire. There's chiromancy. There's fuck, what is it? The chiromancy is basically palm reading, fortune telling, blah 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 blah.
Right.
Whole, scapolimancy, I believe, which is like oracles of like bones and divination in like entrails and that whole like.
Wait, people do divinations on intestines?
Yeah, that's a big thing. In especially heretical use of black magic, essentially. You know, like the whole like see how the tea leaves
Yeah.
fall in a cup.
Or like if you drop bones, like the way they fall.
Yeah, well, they thought that if you sacrificed a animal, you could tell the future by seeing what was different in the animal from the exact same animal. Like, oh, its liver is bigger, and its liver bigger, meaning that we're going to be poisoned because livers deal with filtration. Like, they had basic understanding, not quite as adept as that, but they had like basic understanding. Like, oh, the heart is inflamed, that means there's issues of love.
Fair.
Oh, its testicles are really big, so that means there's a fertility boom about to happen. No joke, these are actual things that they purportedly thought and believed.
Shit.
So yeah, that's a whole line of what we would consider to be the darker, blacker magics, or magica.
Shit.
And then there's Negyromancy, which is black magic, demonology, you know, the whole necromancy banner would come under that as well. And those are the like the extreme ends of darker magic, as it were.
Oh, which is like reanimating the dead and all that stuff.
Reanimating the dead, cursing.
So where is this person who's trying to kill me? Oh, there you are.
And that was this was all in the 1400s. Gold, you say there's no magic. Essentially, I'm not trying to say there is magic. That is not what I'm doing.
No.
I'm not trying to say there's magic at all.
He's
I'm
just going
explaining.
through history.
I'm just going through history and what they believed at the specific periods of times. I make no judgment about what people believe or they don't believe.
The official opinion of the stream is we're pretty agnostic. I will say though that most of what you hear is bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely. Most
Like
of it.
99% of anything you hear is just, is bullshit to get money or attention.
I do
but
believe
there is some stuff that I
is,
don't have any words to explain.
There is stuff. Essentially, it's just unexplained science.
Yeah, I would chalk it up to that. It's just we don't know how to say it, and so magic is the word we have for now, but, like, there is, of course, a scientific basis behind everything. It may not be science we understand yet, but it will boil down to be science eventually.
I mean, what I'm talking about is, like, all crap, though, because you can't, like... the entrails on an animal, I'm going to tell you shit.
No,
like, I'm going to shit on that. I'm a shit on that. But,
I do believe that our minds and mouths are pretty terrifying things. I agree. I believe that there is a rhyme and reason to it. I don't believe we understand it. Like...
I believe that people be crazy and people will be scary, and we don't need to make up demons and monsters because people are the real terror in this world.
People are pretty bad. Can confirm. These locks are growing on me. I'm getting good at these locks. Like, that being said, like, there is just phenomena that we don't get yet, and that's okay. Like, in my view, it's just always good to keep an open mind and sort of, like, think about things in a logical, inquisitive manner and be curious, but also be skeptical. Never hop to a conclusion, but never hesitate to investigate something at the same time, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Be wonderfully curious and abovely skeptical is how.
Just like trust but verify, I guess. Like,
But somebody asked me for a history lesson, so I'm
did.
all gonna bore you now. The nobility of the because I was talking about the 1400s there with all those like beginning magickas, where what was denominated at the time as like real things. These were real things. People did shaman and they went to witch doctors, and you know this was part of them. It was how they explained healing. You know, potions. Like nowadays, you'd be like, "Oh, that has antiseptic in it. Of course, that would work." You know, or "Oh, right. That's like a primitive opiate. Of course, that would help X pain." You know,
but they didn't have like a way to explain that. So
no, they didn't at all.
Should I take the iron
not.
battle axe of dismay?
Yes, anything that's enchanted, so you can dischant it. But anyway, after this became the Renaissance occultism.
Oh boy.
Now, in the 15th and 16th century, the nobility, as it were, in the Renaissance era, because it was all about art and culture and bringing in, reviving all of this stuff into the forefront. We had reached the point in civilization where not only had we stopped struggling to survive, we were now thriving in these communities. You know, we were really and people could expend energies into what was considered before then absolutely frivolous, because obviously we needed food, we needed water, we needed like things were needed to be done all the time for society to progress. And we had reached the point in the Renaissance era where not everybody needed to work, because there's money and there's trade and there's all these gaps where you can actually study art, you can study writing, you can learn things, experience art, you can experience food and spices.
Right, that makes sense. So you didn't need to do everything.
So you didn't need to do anything. And then from that, what's a good culturally cool thing that used to be a thing? Spiritualism.
Oh, so people went back to it essentially because they were bored?
Well, no, not because they were bored, just because they
could.
Essentially, because they could. They were given that. I'm being told wrong. Why am I being told wrong?
I'm not sure, actually. I think you're just going through history.
Please tell me how I'm wrong. Please tell me how I'm wrong.
I mean, we're just going with what we've, like, studied.
The Renaissance of the 14th and 17th century from...
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. It marked the transition from... It marked the transition from the Middle Ages to modern narrative.
He thinks the problem was that the workforce died? Which workforce? Wait, when are you talking about, Gold?
Yeah, when are you talking about? This is...
So peasants got more power? Because the workforce died? I'm confused by that. I think I can get rid of these steel imperial gauntlets. Yeah, there we go. That gives me just enough. Oh, after the Black Death. Well, a lot of people were dead after the Black Death. That much is true.
Yeah, that much is absolutely true. And a lot of people died.
So where is like an enchanty place that I can go to? Because I
I'm still
desperately
not wrong though,
to get.
because this is where modernism happened. You know, we left the middle. Okay, I'm going to continue. We left the Middle Ages, and we
Yeah,
we
feudalism fell
transitioned
apart.
to.
Yeah, feudalism fell apart. Where do I go to get like alchemy done?
But my point still stands.
Damn it, I'm
We
gonna have to figure
had
shit out
reached a
myself.
point. We had reached a point in time where we were not struggling to survive. We were now thriving, and we had transitioned away from.
I guess Whiterun. Probably Whiterun.
Because the intellectual basis for the Renaissance was. Sorry, I'm really.
I'm trying to find an alchemy station, and you're talking about the Renaissance. I'm like, where's an alchemy station? Tenchi. Well, people died, and I'm like, ugh. All right, let me see what I can do in Whiterun.
In Whiterun, it's in the. If you go into the big. You know the place with the.
Sorry, I got accosted by someone. What's the Dawn Guard?
We're vampire hunters. We search out and destroy those blood-sucking scum.
Wait, do I want to be racist against vampires?
I mean, I like to be a vampire, so.
I haven't noticed a menace.
Because I like to be a naughty boy.
I protect my local naughty boys.
I am so not arguing the power of Italian art. Art in general. I hate art in general. I'm really no.
She has no respect for art.
I have no respect for art. As just art and me don't get along. Like I like some art. I like some art that's done well, but a lot of modern art is just piles of dog shit, and it's just a cabal to make rich people richer. But that's a whole other conversation
That's a whole other podcast.
That's a whole other podcast that I can go into. But essentially, what you were saying is correct. The Black Death did come in. It killed a fuck ton of.
Ah, crap. I need to find a thingy. Well, not all. We're not anti-all art. Just we're not easily impressed by art.
We're not easily. It has to be good art.
It has to be worth my time, basically.
Yeah, it can't just be a bunch of scribbles on the page and somebody says, "Ah, look."
It's somehow
it
art.
says something about modern culturalism and consumerism and the way the lines are reminds me of a barcode. You're just looking at a barcode.
I mean, yeah.
Your children, your very lives.
The fuck is he on about? Alright.
I do enjoy architecture. I do enjoy music.
Tenchi loves his
I
music.
I have issue with a lot of poems, and I do have issue. I'm very picky with my novels as well.
I'm also really picky about my novels. I mean, we're not debating.
I'm not debating anything. I'm just saying my opinion.
We were just going through history. I mean,
we were just going through history.
I wasn't debating anything. Like, I didn't have a point to debate. I just had opinions. Like, I'm not trying to convert anyone. I just like, all right, well, I don't personally see the value in a lot of, no, keep my sword of cold. It's a good sword of cold. Okay, Dagger of Weariness, get that out. Orange Bow of Ice, get that out. Circlet of Conjuration, get that out.
So anyway, we had gone from this state of all of these like different magickas, on all of that crap, essentially, into now.
Did I really just level up from all that garbage?
They would say it's this was around the 1400s. The separate transitions, you know, the gyromancy, hydromancy, blah 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 blah. And then essentially, the nobility of the 50, and you can Google this. Like, it's this. I all of this I'm saying you can Google. I'm sure Wikipedia has a good article on it. The nobility of the 15th and 16th century, they showed such a fascination with art and with culture and with writing, and they were thriving, and they didn't need to, because obviously trade and all these things, and we would left
They didn't have
the
to
Middle
do
Ages.
everything by
And, you know, it
themselves
was the
anymore.
great, it was the great Renaissance, you know, with spices and all that kind of thing. But I like spices. I'm glad that spices happen. But
I mean, spices were always happening. It's just, how did you know what, like, could you get to the spices?
oh, absolutely. Now, they were particularly charmed by the more exotic things, you know, Arabic, Jewish, Romani, Egyptian. Oh yes, spices were always happening.
spices were always
And another
happening.
podcast, I can go into the East India Trading Company, which are a lovely company, but that's not this one. Oh my goodness, the East India Trading Company. They
were
when
some
we were
shit.
in Portlandia, we had spices, and when we didn't like get our spices, we got people hooked on opium.
Yeah,
we-
you did. And
we-
you almost destroyed China, you fucks.
God, I know, right? But there was a great.
There was a great what? You roboted.
Tabooness over all these things, because there was superstition. There was a lot of superstition. There was blasphemous occultism, you know, and then there was this sound scholarly sort of knowledge and over these rituals and things from all these countries, like so they were caught essentially between intellectualism and spiritualism. And it erupted actually in the sort of like, well, I'm just gonna call it the witchcraft.
Oh, so people couldn't decide how to handle it, so they just sort of... So they kind of just came up with stuff?
Well,
Or
the
they
witch
tried
craze,
to blend
they-
it?
no, essentially they were caught between people who wanted this, because it was always a thing, like witches and paganism. It was just the root of what people did. And then there was this moral panic and mass hysteria because of all this Christianity that was being like flooding everywhere, and all these, like, they were just labeled witchcraft, and everybody was searching for these witchcraft things, and then all of that panic happened.
Oh yeah, America's no stranger to panic.
And this was further sort of reinforced, as it were, by the Protestant Reformation.
Oh, right.
Especially in England, in Germany, in Scotland, and during this time, during the Renaissance, people found that the existence of magic explained things that science couldn't explain. So they were instantly intrigued by it, but the church was telling them it was evil. But yet science that was backed by the church, believe it or not, science was very
Well,
backed by
yeah,
the church.
science was originally backed by the church, and then evolution happened. And people
And-
discovered that the solar system wasn't surrounding Earth, and then people got really confused about what to believe. That's when
And-
science and religion started to, like, not get along too well.
Well, there was caveats to before that.
Were there
But
really?
essentially, yeah, there were. There was a whole build up to that.
Oh, they didn't tell us about this.
and, like-
That's cool.
A lot of other things. Essentially, science could explain reason, but magic could explain
Everything else.
everything else, and so they flock to it. And God, there was so many sort of like, God, there were so many offshoots of occultism at that point, because everybody wanted to do something new. They wanted to be the one that had the spiritualism that could explain everything, you know, and what the church wasn't telling. It was effectively, what is the church not telling you, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
And there was so much like infighting, so much infighting. But the study of the occult arts
Thinking of settling in.
sort of remained widespread in the universities across Europe. And then there was this big lull, and we don't know why the lull happened. There was like a disenchantment. Everybody just sort of went, "No, we don't want occultism anymore. We want the church." Which is just okay.
Was it
and then
when
obviously,
times were particularly difficult, or was it when times were particularly like...
it was when times were particularly sort of like the church brought structure, you know?
Oh,
The
so the
church
church
brought great
was...
wealth into it.
Oh, so people didn't really have a reason to go fuck the church.
Essentially, yeah. And then at the peak of the witch trials, you were just, if you, like, people got people killed that they didn't like
By saying
by,
that they
like,
didn't like
ripping
the
their
church.
clothes up, and saying, "Hey, that guy over there did a spell on me." Like, people were killing people, and it was hysteria. It like, people got hysteric over it. Like, it was the, you know, like in the Cold War, where nuclear winter was like the panic.
Yeah, and then like if you pointed to someone, called them a communist, bad shit would happen to them.
Oh, absolutely. This was the whole, "You're a communist." No, it's "You're a witch."
Oh, so then... Wait, so how did we get onto this?
This was the 17th century. Essentially, there's a lot of like infighting, and people did like all kinds of shit. I'm not really gonna like go into it. And then enduring on after the Renaissance, there was the early 18th century where intellectualism came in, and the people just went, "You know what? Before then, witchcraft and magics were needed to explain things, and then after then, when like intellectualism became sort of mainstream,
do
everybody
things.
just went, "No, I don't think we believe in magic. No, I don't think this is all hoax. Like, this is all hoaxes and like." But as I said, and then later on became the whole like Victorian era, and like they fucking love that shit. Like, they couldn't get enough of that shit. So occultism is always one of those things where it comes in swings, and at the moment we're actually
We're like sort of in like the lull, I guess.
we're not actually, we're in a sort of like revival. Neo-paganism especially is seeing a big rise. A lot more people are becoming atheistic. Like, we're actually seeing, believe it or not, a larger rise in occultism due to the way society is structured now, believe it or not. Because it's, funnily enough, because of the way society is structured, people seek out these things, and with the rise of the internet, they
It's
sort of
easier
like,
to find.
well, they don't want the church, so what else is there? If you don't want to abandon spirituality completely, what else do you do? Well, you know, spiritualism's there to fill that sort of gap in a lot of people's lives these days.
Is
So,
that why, like, all
occultism-
these, like, young people... Because, like, in, like, the college setting, because I'm a PhD student, and before then I was in college, and they were all looking at, like, astrology Is this
Yeah,
that like
astrology and
what's the deal with astrology? Like
horoscopes.
yeah, like there's this one
All that crap.
news site that I sometimes look at. Like I don't buy everything they say because buying everything they say is just not a great idea. But oh god, I murdered that wolf. But they're like always looking at their astrology thing. Like, when did that become popular?
Well, astrology was okay.
Oh, boy.
The Greeks, believe it or not, loved that shit. They loved everything to do with mathematics and stars, and they absolutely could
Right, that
not
was
get
back
enough of
when
that.
math and stars that wasn't
Was actually being made. We were discovering stars. We were discovering all these space entities. We were discovering maths and how that related to the world and the golden ratio and all of this, all these like magical things. But they weren't magical. They were science. But people had words for it now, and well, they, as the best that they could do with the knowledge that they had at the time, they turned to these astrology sort of things to explain. Well, if the heavens can decide, well, then we have a reason for everything being here. The heavens are dictating our fates. We're under some sort of a plan, because people love to believe that they are dictated under some plan
and not just subject to randomness.
and not just subject to RNG randomness. So God, I've talked so much. I'm sorry. You're all probably sick of me.
Oh, I'm not.
Essentially,
Well, but I'm me, so.
essentially, I was just talking. I was purely talking because Gold is right that the Black Death came in and then the workers died and then
It's
we
also
had that
correct
sort of
that
revival.
dumb people outnumber smart people. This is also
That
true.
is very true. I was not talking anything against that. That is just historical fact. I was just talking on a spiritual basis because it is October. I was just talking
Shit.
how things
Big
happen
things. Very
as it
big
reverts and as it is coalescing to occultism and everything like that, which is true. Like we hit this period of time in the Renaissance where we didn't have to like continually work. There was all this trade and well, art and all these kinds of architecture and all these lovely things came out of it. Don't get me wrong, there's so many lovely things that came out of the Renaissance. So many silly things, but obviously history cherry picks.
I mean,
like we're not going to hear all the random dubstep people like 20 years from now. They're going to be forgotten. And just same as that.
you would, unless they're not.
Unless they're not.
Wait, are we watching this deer get harassed by wolves?
Yep.
Wow, this game goes in depth. Also, I really do have a problem. I keep kleptoing the fucking flowers. Oh, hi. You're right
but
there.
just so anybody doesn't take this,
Yeah.
astrology is complete pseudoscience.
Yeah, no. There's nothing
can
to
gain
it.
nothing.
It's just a way to
it's-
pass time.
Yeah. It's so old. Like the Hindus, the Mayan people.
I feel like anyone who spent enough time staring
Chinese.
at the sky came up with, I wonder what it says.
Right. The ancient Greece, the Arab world. Everybody had a way of using the stars to predict, and a lot of it actually is what we use nowadays. It's seasons. It's predicting what the changes of the Earth are going to do. You can predict that from
Looking
what
up
the
at
sky is telling you, and obviously, navigation. That was a big thing that came out of looking at the sky.
Well, you can still do that, though.
I mean, all the time. Like the North Star, I know how to pick out the North Star immediately. Like, especially just because we're blessed I'm blessed in being that side of the hemisphere that I can just pick out the North Star really easily through the stars that are available for me to see, to be able to look at it. astrology is just it's
Garbage.
it's just garbage. And
I'm taking the long way because there's no way for me to fast travel to where this quest is. I really hope I'm not
and
going.
it really came out as a way for people to explain why we're here. You know, it's the heavens, and this is why, you know, like, the heavens were mad at us when, hey, there's thunder, and what we're gonna do? We're gonna make up Thor because Thor explains thunder, and people do that, you know, consistently. The Greeks had their whole pantheon where they had Zeus, you know, Hades, Poseidon, and people always make these connections to explain, you know, why we're here, and that's a very human thing that we see over the sort of the millennia. It's something that we're very consistent in, is telling these stories about why we're here, why it all matters.
So fucking lost. I don't know where I want to go. I'm trying to get to the old people. I'm trying to get anywhere, honestly. Oh, God. Oh, well, I'm in the absolute wrong place, then. Where was I going? Why was I going to Markath? Oh, God, I fucked up. Alright.
And, I mean, there was, believe it or not, there was one Roman emperor who was really against astrology. He stated that twins, you know, they could be, like, as close birth times as anybody, but yeah, their fates could be completely different. He argued that other planets are much more, you know, distant than the moon, and they would have less effect, surely. And if astrology really explains everything about everybody's fate, then we can just completely ignore parenting, changes of health in medicine, the effects of weather. Like we you know, if the stars dictate anything, why
do anything else?
Why do anything? Essentially, he was just really saying, like, if it's all dictated and it's all fate, like, why do anything? Because it's gonna come to you anyway. Like, and that completely ignores the effect you as a human being can have on the world.
Farm tech. Good luck giving stupid a bath. I'm assuming stupid
You
is...
too.
I feel like harvesting someone else's salmon is wrong.
I hope you have a nice bath. Because baths are when you have, like, bubbles and it smells nice and candles. It's the right time. This is coming from completely manly Tenchi.
I mean, I would kind of like a bath like that. That could, you know what? We'll talk about that after stream. But that's it, like, because people are always like on about it. I don't know if it's like just a fashionable thing now, because it is like a lot of the like the thing is with a lot of, like, especially with, like, even with neo-paganism, like, it seems like people are kind of doing it for fashion, maybe not even, like, completely genuinely.
No, that is a
just
big
'cause
thing,
it's cool.
actually. Yeah, that is a big thing.
It's a flea bath and she already hates you. Oof, good luck.
Oh dear. Oh, that's not the best. I hope I didn't bore you with my history talks and my going into literally the history of everything, occultism, and all of that. I hope you still want to come around.
I think Sassy Farm Tech will forgive you if she didn't relish in it. Uh-oh. I really can't follow paths good, can I? It was wonderful. Good, I'll make sure Tenchi believes you.
Tenchi is not going to believe that, but thank you. That's sweet.
Tenchi is gonna try to believe that. If Tenchi knows what's... Never mind. Just... Tenchi's gonna do what Tenchi does. I took damage from that and I completely deserve it.
The appeal of astrology is its easiness. You don't have to. And there is a massive, when I say easiness, there is like a massive following of people who love to go into it all with like maths and all this bullshit. But
Well,
that's
you can make
not
anything
the everyday
bullshit with
person.
more math.
Oh, absolutely. But that's not the every person's experience. The every person's experience is
They log on to their little app and they're told what to expect from the day.
yeah, precisely. It's so easy nowadays. There's always like occult sections in the newspaper that have your horoscope for the day. It's just easy spiritualism, and that is what most modern sort of spiritualism in that sense boils down to. Is it's an easy digestible spiritualism. You know, it's the ingrained superstition.
It's not. You don't have to try too hard. Oh shit!
Yeah,
I've made people
it's the
angry.
ingrained superstition response we have as people, like spilling salt or going underneath a ladder. It's this easy digestible spiritualism that is used, as it were. And then you get the people who are like hardcore into these things, and you know they take it to the extremes. But you always have, like, you
Well,
always
have that,
always
that
have
one
those
person.
those core fundamentalists who will take these, you know, religions, these cults, these spiritualism concepts, and they will run with them, and they will take them 10 steps further than everybody else, because that's just what humans are going to do. If there's a boundary, somebody wants to go further, run faster.
Right.
You know,
Someone wants to
that's
be inventive. Yeah.
somebody wants to be inventive, and essentially a lot of modern occultism is pushing those boundaries. Especially what we see today is it's using lasers, and it's using it's this blend between back to basics candles, salt, sage, and lasers, and digitizing, and digital Ouija boards, and so it's like this weird modern occultism, and there's this weird, we're really, really back to basics, and we're really, really not. We're really, really pushing that sort of envelope on it, and I find it
It's kind of funny. Like,
it's fun. A lot of people really, really are having a bit of fun with it, I think, and
also, like, a side effect of it is it increases people's, like, interest in nature, which is kind of important anyway. Even if it's not for, like, completely scientific reasons, it still gets people to care.
Absolutely, and these
Which
things
is always helpful, because like, if you want to use sage for your potion, you have to make sure that there's sage.
Oh, absolutely. So you have to make sure that there's sustainable sort of places that have like sage, and like you grow a bit of like plant, you know. So these things, especially more pagan-y and neo-pagan-y things, you always tend to find them around people who generally just subscribe to, like, say, veganism, vegetarianism, you know, people who do a lot for the environment as well. You always find like the people who are more open to things on such a general scale, not just like wired down, you know.
I
don't know what you expect. It's a book. It's a blind man's book, and it has no right. Oh my goodness,
don't
that was.
patronize me. Don't fucking patronize me. It's fine.
I mean, go back to the book. It was a good read.
Fuck you. just fuck you. Also, I took a ruined book and I didn't mean to. Can I use this for anything? Probably not. It's just taking up shit. Alright, well. A large sack that is empty. What a letdown. So I guess, like, since I just tricked this old guy into thinking that I was Rudolph, I took Rudolph's letter. I don't really know what it said. Should probably read that shit. Note to Rudolph. Your little stunts try my patience. I know my uncle has issues, but he's our watchman and you will respect him. No more sneaking in and out, no more games with his ledger or nails in his chair. One more joke and you'll see how funny a day in the cage can be. Hajvar. Uh-oh. Well, I don't really need that anymore. It didn't weigh anything, but, you know. There doesn't seem to be anything.
Just screw that note in particular.
Yeah! I mean, it's... I killed the dude who it was for, so there's no real need for it, you know? Me taking all this cabbage is probably not a great idea, but I'm a klepto, so...
I mean, cabbage is good for you.
Oh, crap. Well, I should probably take a potion. Right? Because I saw that dude had magic. And I just made a bunch of these. Not of the right shit, apparently.
You could take a potion of resist magic.
Potion of resist magic? I've got 12 of those. Do they stack?
No.
Oh, oh, whoops. Oh, he was very easy to kill. Oh, these are all very easy to kill. Wow. That shield is... That shield when you use it right, man. Hot damn. People were shitting on the shield. They don't realize the shield is actually not so bad. Staff of Zombies. Don't I have this already? I feel like I have a Staff of Zombies already. Yeah, I do. Alright, so I can leave you with that. Yeah, alright, you're no longer interesting to me. Well, it's a good thing I killed everyone before that got to be used, though. And I'll take your gold. Wow, I'm rich from, like, not doing what I was supposed to be doing. God, isn't that the fucking... Oh, hey, the map was updated. That's nice. That's always good. Hope for the red horn. Alright, that doesn't give me anything, so I don't really care. This is a chest that I almost didn't see. Garnet. Ooh. Potion of stamina. That's never bad. Sorry, Tenji, I'm just looting around.
No.
Potion of true shot? Alright. I'm just kleptoing all the way. Oh, there's an alchemy station in here. That's pretty neat. So let me... I guess I should just clear this keep so that I can use it for whatever I want after this, right? Because, like, once I clear a place of, like, stuff, it becomes, like, my place now, right?
No, it does not become your place. If you put anything in a chest, it will go.
No, like, I mean, like, I can just come in and use it and, like, use it for my purposes, basically.
What purposes would those be?
Alchemy?
Oh yeah, you can do that, but there's a really easy alchemy and enchanting table in Whiterun.
Oh, so why even?
Yeah,
Oh.
like this random cave when you can just visit the Jarl of Whiterun.
Alright,
And,
because...
His court wizard has a...
God damn,
enchant
these
table.
fucking bandits are annoying with their bows and arrows. Goddamn projectiles. You're not even hurting me. You're just being annoying. Yeah, that's right. You slide down the hill. Is everyone dead? Oh, you're very dead. You up there, you're pretty dead. Anything interesting on you? Just gold. I could sit on this bench. I'm just not sure why I would want to. I love this game. I love listening to you talk too, dude.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's very relaxing to me. Like, I really don't mind when you demonstrate what you know.
I just know a few things about a few things.
You know a lot of shit about a lot of shit.
I like reading.
You do. Blacksmith's apron? I really don't really need that. Really? I'm very curious about this body in this cage. Something tells me I shouldn't be. Fly emmet? Yeah, but I have plenty of that already. I guess that's...
I'm really excited to premiere our story when we get that. It's gonna be so cool, man. Like,
Uh-oh. I think I'm saving right before a battle. Because I think that particular dude is not kind of friendly. Oh, that's Havjar. Oh. Wow, I blocked that. I'm getting good at using the block function. Don't go over the hill. There we go. Hunting bow, I've got one of those. Iron gauntlet, nah. Steel arrow, I'll take. Havjar's journal, why not? I'm sure it'll come in handy. Probably not. Steel greatsword? I don't think I need it. There's a chest here. Hey, I want it in the chest. 58 gold, potion of light feet, sure. Staff of frostbite, that looks cool.
ooh, nice.
That looks like I can dechant it.
No, you can't dechant stats. It's a stupid thing.
That's dumb, but it doesn't do any damage. It said so. It said damage is 0.
Yeah, but you didn't. You don't whack people with the stick, Wolf. You use
don't?
the enchantment
Wait, really?
on the stick.
What do I put on the stick?
The enchantment is. The enchantment is already on the stick. It uses a spell. It's a wizard staff. It's not a pokey stick.
Oh, wait. So you're telling me that wizards don't whack people with their sticks?
I mean, as soon as I get my like cherry wood that I'm gonna whittle into my own like wizard staff, I will. But it's not the it's not the general state things.
I really thought that was their primary weapon. Was they whacked people with their staff. I mean, they used it to like make curses and stuff too, but I really thought that they just whacked it. Oh crap. Well, I whacked the door open and it apparently... That was the most clumsy crit ever. What was that? Potion
Yeah, I mean, you just walked through him apparently.
that was kind of strange. Alright, so let me get out of this place, and then I think we'll save and call it.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
But thank you so much for agreeing to do this, Tenchi. This is pleasant to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I don't know.
Tenchi rambles about fucking everything and anything.
Yeah, but I enjoy that. Like, I don't really care if, like, everyone else can have their own opinion, but, like, I like it. So, if I like it, that's what's gonna happen. Because I don't take, like, I don't care. As long as I'm having fun, it's all whatever.
Yeah, it's all I care about.
And I learned a lot today. I didn't learn how to get out of here, though. Do I kill this blind dude? Because his friends are all
you
dead.
didn't really learn much. Don't give me too much credit here. But you learned that the dude called his board Ouija, and his name was William.
But I also learned that it originally came from China.
Yeah, he did. And 1100 AD.
Yeah.
And then propagated around the world. I'm not going to go into it again.
I learned it the first time. Fine, we. Can I talk to him? Because, like, his friends are all dead.
Good luck out there.
I feel really bad for him. I just killed everything.
Take the book.
What?
Read the book.
There's nothing in it.
Take it.
Why?
Take the book.
Okay. Why?
Turn the pages. Turn the pages. to the book.
I can't. It won't let me. Are you fucking me right now? Like, I can't turn the pages.
Sorry, I'm mean.
This shit's getting dropped.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not carrying 5 pounds of meme when I'm already a klepto. I can't afford it, dude.
There was this really amazing book, in
The
Morrowind.
lusty Argonian maid, or not the lusty
No.
Argonian maid?
Those are in this one as well.
Wait.
They. But
Wait, the lusty Argonian maid was in there and you didn't tell me?
no. In this game,
Oh.
the book I'm talking about is a journal by a wizard, and he has created a potion of traveling great distance with a single jump, and I believe it's called like the Flight of Icarus potion.
We're jumping
And
all over the world.
you find this book on the floor, and a wizard randomly falls dead from the sky. And you learn that while yes, he can travel great distances in one leap, and he doesn't have to pay for travel anymore because he's dead. Because landing from that height is very fatal.
Right.
And the book, I don't know whether it's a bug or something, but every time you pick it up and you drop it, it makes the sound of him like falling out of the sky.
That can't be
And
a
it's just-
glitch. That's gotta be intentional.
And it's really amusing to me on a fundamental.
Alright, so I'm just running along this path. I don't even know if I'm really... I'm following the path for once. Aren't you proud of me?
I mean,
Yes.
if you tell me why you're following the path.
To get to the mountain of shit. The Roth whatever mountain to deliver the dude the fish.
You know you can fast travel, right? It's something I mentioned.
Yeah, but I've
before.
never been there, so I can't fast travel to it. Alright.
You can
Is-
travel to the village below it to then travel up High Rothgar.
To Riverwood?
Wait, you're going to Riverwood? Why are you going to Riverwood?
I'm not going to Riverwood. So I need to go to the Valflame Towers or something?
I'm so confused. What are you doing?
I'm trying to go to High Hrothgar?
Okay, well, if you see the little village that's down and right in that map,
Down and right? Oh,
the one where you were at with the Book of
Oh
Love.
god, why did I not go back there? God damn it. That Book of Love lady gave me problems. We made
And then-
no progress this stream.
It was great.
I mean, I leveled up a bunch, but... Alright, let me
Now,
see.
these are the steps. Those are the steps you can go.
Oh, this path. You see, now that
'Cause
I
you
look
got-
at it...
You got the quest from the dude to go up these steps, and it's if you go like follow throughout the village, there's a path that leads up, and of course you'll go into the water and talk to the homeless dude.
I was kind of listening.
Kind of listening.
You know how you were worried about me having my own, like, will? Let it be known. You can't take this away from me. I will be bad at directions no matter what you do. Before the birth of man, dragon ruled. Their word with the voice, and they spoke only for true needs, but the voice could blot out the sky and put up on. Alright.
There's a lot of those, and if you read them all, you get an enchantment placed upon you for like a while, which is like no wild animal will attack you for, I think it's a day. Maybe it's 3 days.
Oh, cool.
I can't remember.
This spider's gonna fuck me up now.
Ah, yes. Nothing but the occasional wolf. Such a liar.
I mean, this spider really wasn't a big deal.
No, it's not the spider that I'm worried about.
Should I get the venom? I guess it's expensive. There's a dragon up here, isn't there? I feel like
She is an ordinary person.
I'm gonna have to deal with dragons, aren't I? This seems like not a good... Why would he tell me there are only wolves? Like, was he trying to fuck me over? This is a goat that's not running away.
I mean, I think he just wants to not walk up all those steps. I think his knee is fine. I think he's actually perfectly healthy. Actually, I'm convinced of this fact. I think he just didn't want to deal with, like...
Well, he's trying to, like, marry that young woman.
He's just chasing the goat, like, swinging at it. Come back here.
I mean, there's a little gold in his coat. There we go.
Did I ever tell you the story about goat, like, at the
Golden
farm?
Fleece? Are you?
No. The Golden Fleece is a good story, though, which we can tell when we get into, like, Greek things. But at the farm that I used to work at, there was a goat in the pen. There were a load of goats, and somebody came in and they put their bag down, and the goat went in their bag and ate like their camera, their phone, and like a bunch of other stuff.
I remember this, and they gave you a problem because like they ignored the signs.
But they came to me and he started bitching at me because they were just like, our rent was in there and it's all this kind of money. And me not wanting to deal with this, I got our manager. And the manager said, I'll tell you what, if you want the money, I will feed the goat a lot, and I'll give you whatever comes out.
Did they like...
They surprisingly did not take him up on that offer.
Men were weak and had no voice. Well, ain't that the truth? That makes sense. Classic. Oh, definitely. Welcome back, Sassy Farm Tech. I said I was gonna call stream, and then I didn't. Well, I guess this is a longer stream to make up for the super short run yesterday. Welcome back, Sassy Farm Tech. So I just have to look for the tablets, right? Oh, hi. Oh, you're very big. You're an ice wolf. You can die, please. Thank you.
There's a cat sushi roll in the Discord.
I'm sorry, what?
Sassy says he put a picture. Apparently, the animal presence gave you a good shot in your arm, and I do know this life. Animals tend to get a bit frustrated with us when we try and care for them.
Yeah, yeah. Wolfie knows this, and Tenchi knows this, and Tenchi knows this from trying to take care of Wolfie, among other animals. I can be not very cooperative at times. Hello, Ice Wolf. I'm gonna get the jump on you. I tried to get the jump on it. Okay, this shield is my best friend. It does more damage than my sword sometimes. Also, my ice sword is probably not super effective against the ice thing.
Oh yes, they do have a way of worming their way into our hearts.
Aw. Yee. Are the pelts from these guys somehow more valuable?
Yeah, those are 15 gold each.
Oh shit, sweet. Instead of 5.
That's fine.
I probably shouldn't climb where there isn't a path. That's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, no, you really want to follow the path on this one.
Aw,
Otherwise, you
man.
will not be able to get up the mountain at all.
Oh. God damn it, that's the hardest part.
Yeah, this is specifically designed so you have to follow the path.
Did I, like, make it up this mountain already? That's weird. Oh no, this is just a clearing. There are a lot of goats. Which is funny.
True to life, mountain goats.
Because there are a lot of wolves. I don't want to take the bull. That seems fucked. Only shouted at them and broke their hearts. Aww. So they didn't want to go to war. Poor dragons. Wait, I'm not supposed to feel bad for the dragons, are I?
Well, I mean, technically there's this one bitch-ass dragon who's trying to take over the world, but I mean, otherwise, I think the dragons are pretty chill. Like, I like some of the dragons. Parthenax is a good dragon. I don't know why I'd kill Parthenax.
Did you kill Parthenax?
Well, you kind of forced to kill Parthenax, but
Oh. God damn it. Oh wow, you really can't mess around on this mountain, huh?
no, not at all.
So I actually have to go down this way. Is there like a totem here? No, okay. Wrong game, not totem. Like, you get me. What'd you say?
No.
It's a totem in its own right. No, what did he say about staying on the path, Wolfie? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Not like this. Wait, is this where I just came from?
I look away for 1 second. You'll want to go behind you.
Oh. This way?
Give it a second. Oh, give it a second. Give it a second. Ah, that is where you came from. Why I'm looking at my stream.
Well,
Open your map. It will tell you where you need to go.
listen, I figured it out. It's fine. I'm also not staying on the path because, of course.
I noticed.
Oh, hey, it's the next totem. I say as I obnoxiously go off the path. Can I?
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're...
Yeah. 4. Kind of Pathornax, who pitied man. Aw, together they taught men to use the voice. Then Dragon War Rage, Dragon against tongue.
Up the path to Hyrulkar.
Okay. Oh, so the people are kind of sympathetic to the dragons here.
Oh yeah, the Greybeards are just like all about their dragon life.
Aw. That's good. At least the dragons have friends. I should probably keep my sword drawn just in case, though.
It's funny enough, and I don't know why this is, but there's usually a frost troll on this mountain, and it
There-
usually decks up literally everything. So it's quite funny that you haven't come across it.
You spoke too soon, you asshole.
Oh my goodness, I literally did. Oh, just 2 seconds.
That's great. Can I... Oh, now
Now I
it's...
just have to sit back and watch you die to this frost troll over and over again.
It's a good thing I just saved. Alright, so items. Do I have any weapons that are good against this thing?
Sussy farm check. I always call that the Elder Scrolls paradox. As soon as you watch somebody play an Elder Scrolls game, you want to play that game. And like with Fallout as well, like when you see people play like Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, you want to play Fallout.
Can I use potion against it?
Why would you use what potion?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of ways to fight this thing. But I guess I just gotta go in with sword, huh?
If you want to like poison, if you have any poison, you can put that on your blade.
Well, guess I'm just kind of going all in on this. Good thing I have healing shit. Potion of minor healing. Poison of lingering damage magicka drains the target's magicka by 4 points.
He's got no magicka, so that wouldn't. Potion of damage health, if you've got anything like that. Potion of venom, so it's something that does the most damage.
Causes 22, so that doesn't do it to me though, that does it to my enemy? If I use
If
it?
it's poison, yes.
Okay, so I'm using the poison against the other guy.
Yes.
Do I want to
will not
poison the sword? Yes.
And after a few hits, you'll want to put it back on.
Well, that didn't go so well. Hey, I almost didn't die.
Yeah, that's why I said you might want to just circumnavigate this one.
But I want the totem!
But you want to kill him.
I just want to read the thing. I just want to read it. 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 Okay, men for Val, da 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 da. Okay, cool. Alright, now, how do I circumnavigate him? He kind of just yeeted. Why not fight from a distance? I guess I could throw arrows at him, but I don't feel like that'd be super effective. Uh-oh. Huh. This is problems. If I hide, will he... Oh,
Yes, he will.
He won't forget about me?
No, frost trolls are aggro boys.
He's particularly pissed about this. Can I just walk away?
Yeah, as I said, you can just like completely circumnavigate this dude. There's no reason to fight him. Like trolls in this game are OP. Like you have to use like very specific techniques. You have to use fire magic to stop them regenerating health because they have a stupid health regeneration thing. And like you either have to use like really big beefy weapons. Like I hate trolls.
I think this is the next totem. No? Okay. Alright, this troll has no idea where I am.
But does the wolfie know where they are?
No. And I don't even know if I missed a totem. I think I just read the 4th one, so I'm looking for the 5th. Did I bypass one? I think I didn't. While throwing arrows isn't effective, I'm sure the use of bow can help with propulsion to greatly increase the effectiveness. Thanks, Sassy Farm Tech. Alright, here's the next one. Oh, wait, no, this is 6. Shit. I want the thing.
Oh no.
I might change my mind about this. Hey, at least he's not very fast. Wait, I might be able to just trick the gal. Okay, maybe not. I'ma jump away from you. I'ma jump away from you. think he's still confused about where I'm at. The one problem is, I'm also confused about where I'm at. Alright, so this is a path. Alright, this is a totem. Please be number 5. Yes! Oh wait, I had this one already. Shit! Tenchi, why did you not warn me about this? I had the totems.
Yeah, I know.
You're a fucking asshole. Now I have to deal with...
Hey, you should remember what totems you have. Why is it on me?
Because you're helpful. Uh-oh. Well, this is a situation. He literally can't get to me, though.
I have the high ground.
I literally have the high ground. I could just shoot him with arrows. Alright.
In before his regeneration game is too strong, and it does like literally dick.
Oh, okay, well, I just lost an arrow on that then. Okay. Fuck the arrow. Fuck the troll. Let's just try to... I read that totem down there already.
And you read the 6th.
Yes, now I'm looking for 7. So let me not go on the trail, because that's where he is.
Not on the trail, you'll miss the 8th one.
I'm up
And
to
7.
7.
Sorry, I skipped a number.
Okay, there's the 7th one. Okay, quick, quick. Read it. Read it now. 7. Roaring tongues of sky children, da 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 da. Okay, cool. So let me keep going. I'm very concerned about the... What? Why is that thing dead? Why did you die? Great horns? Alright. Well, I should probably get the fuck out of here. What the fuck? You just re-died. Okay. Wait, no. I'm hearing something else now. Aren't I?
Wolfie's spiraling into everything.
I can't see the frost troll anymore. I don't know why it thinks I'm still fighting it.
Because as I said, they're very, very mean aggro boys.
Tongues Red Mountain to understand how they could fail. Okay, great. I just care that I've read them. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh no. Okay.
It's just that, like, objects in the mirror are closer than they appear.
He's aggroed, alright. Well, I guess I could just keep walking.
I mean, eventually we'll get to the Greybeards.
He can't come up here, right?
Why did you not just continue to go along the path?
Because he can't get me here. And maybe eventually he'll get bored.
Yeah, no, they're aggro boys. He won't get bored.
Well, then I've made a critical error. This is
Yeah.
literally the last one, isn't it? Okay. I can't hide. Can I sneak? Oh, he's pissed. Okay. So let me retrace my steps backward.
Wait, why are we now going back?
I'm not even really sure.
Yeah, me neither. Very confused why we decided to go back.
Come on, up the thing. There we go. Okay. Just read.
Did you get the totem though?
Okay, yeah, I did. Okay, good. Up the thing. Up the thing. Yandala. Come on. Up the thing. Alright, where is this asshole? He's somewhere. I just need to... Oh, that's really inconvenient. Is there a thing I can drink to make me faster? Oh god, jump up the thing. Up the thing. No, do not get tall. Oh shit. Well, at least you're not very long range. Okay, up the thing. Okay. He can't get to me. Can I hide here? No, I can't really hide. I just need to get to the stairs. Oh, he's very annoyed with me. Yeet arrows from there, take his ass out. Will he succumb to arrows?
Find out. What will win? Wolfie's arrows or Regeneration Boy? Place your bet now.
When you say regeneration, you make this sound like a really bad idea. Poison the arrows? Can I yeet him off the cliff?
With the full powered Fushiro die, you might.
Can I foos? I seem to have pissed him off.
Yeah, you did.
Well, he's not very fast, so now's my time. Okay. Just kind of hope that he's very far behind you. Now is not the time to get stuck on rocks. Up the rocks. Oh god, Wolfie, come on now. Okay. I can't believe that worked.
I don't even understand why we're going off the rocks.
I can't believe that worked. Okay. 'Cause he's less inclined to chase me when I'm on the rocks. Okay.
I find this so amusing.
Stay off the path. We're almost there. Okay.
But if you stay off the path, you won't know where the totems
I
are.
just found the totem, you son of a bitch. Okay, the Greybeard spoke the name, their symptom, da-da-da, they blessed him and called him Dorgan. Okay, great. Alright, cool.
I'm sorry, Jorgen?
Dworkin, or whatever the fuck his name was. I'm not actually... The dude who, like, wrote Rizalka or whatever the fuck.
Apparently we're the Dorkikin.
Speak only in true need. Okay, holy shit, I did it. Voice of the Sky added.
Hell yeah.
Wait, so can I do the row part of Husroda?
No.
Oh, okay. Hey! This
You
chest
need
is
to learn
empty?
them.
Really?
Yes, you need to put in the thing. You need to put in the gift thing that guy, or just, you know, steal all their cabbages. You know, the poor people who, you know, live up here all alone, just steal all their food and stuff. I'm sure that's completely morally okay.
X. That's to store. Okay. So, as an apology... There we go. That should be fine.
Not even ale. Yeah.
Not even Take all the wine too, why don't ya? Take a sack of flour while you're at for it, and the salmon meat. And this venison that you probably don't want. Here, how about, like, take, like, 7 apples or something? And
7 apples, just 7 apples.
and a goat cheese wheel. Oh, that's
Take
15
it,
points of health. Never mind.
Like, I was about to say, calm down.
I'll give you the bread. And I'll give you very many Norse meads, because God knows you want to get drunk up here.
Please stop giving away all the food.
Well, then don't give me shit about not being fucking...
Leave the skooma. I get them high on skooma.
Leave the skooma. I should have. Alright, I'll save here and we'll call it.
Yeah. It'll be
Alright.
good to get the food straight now. In the next episode.
God.
Of whatever the fuck this has become.
This is the memeiest shit. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Oh, this was so much fun. It always is. In the meantime, do not eat or drink any questionable substances. Make smart decision, do not die. Dying is absolutely forbidden, and I will see all of you wonderful people at a time.
Do all the skooma.
Oh no! Don't do that. That's the bad thing. Don't do that. Alright, I'll give you guys over to Tofu. Take care, guys. Red no blood tofu. Boop. And a boop.